Hey Capricorn, how you feeling? Welcome, welcome. We are getting spiritual messages from your benevolent ancestors, the universe, God, whoever it is that helps you along your journey about your next move, what that is. All right, keep in mind, Capricorn, that this message is not for every Capricorn placement. That is okay. Take it as it resonates. If it doesn't resonate, that's all right too. But if you like how I get down, you like the fact that we are talking about your next move, and maybe, your next move is in some other reading on this channel, please give it a like, give it a share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, do the normal YouTube ritual, Capricorn. All right, let's get into it. What is the situation surrounding Capricorn and their next move? Oh, we got two that came out. So we have the Two of Roots, so that is the Two of Pentacles. We have the Nine of Roots, and that is the Nine of Pentacles. That is you, Capricorn. And then we have the Three of Roots. So this is about your job. Yeah. Let's get some more insight. At the bottom of the deck here, we have the Ten of Axes, which is the Ten of Swords. Even though you are somebody, this is you, who has done very well for yourself, whether you identify as masculine or feminine, anywhere in between that or anywhere outside the binary, you are somebody who has done very well for yourself. You have built abundance in multiple aspects, not just financially. There is even sense of inner peace about it. You good, like for real, for real. But there is you're like battling within yourself. There's like a choice. There isn't like a choice. There is a choice. Uh, and what you're missing, it feels like it's balance, because the workplace, yeah, it ain't doing it for you. I'm getting like some toxic energy around here. I'm getting some, like, it ain't for you. The folks that, and look at their faces now. Like, this is people's faces when you go into work or when you log on. I don't know if you work from home or if you have to go into an office, but that's the energy. The folks' faces is just like, Capricorn's here. Capricorn's online, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's some old toxic shit. Let's clarify this Three of Roots. What's going on with this Three of Roots? Spirit, what's going on with the Three of Roots? What is going on with this Three of Roots? Death. Okay. And there it is again. There, look, I cannot, you saw what I was doing. It wasn't like I was like looking at the cards. Like, it's at the bottom of the deck. There's some, you feel it. You feel it. There's some hidey hole shit going on around. And you know that it has changed. It has changed. The energy at work has changed. I don't know if it's like there's new management, but basically the energy has changed to one that is way more, maybe it's way more competitive. Maybe it's way more, where they play people against each other, and people are falling for it. But it feels like you've been there, if not at least 4 to 5 years, it maybe even longer. But you were there when things were more relaxed. You see him. You were at peace. You liked going to work. But now it's some old, like, it's seriously changed. like on some old backstabby stuff. Yeah, people have lied on you so they could get ahead or take credit. That's what I'm hearing. Somebody else either did or tried to take credit for something that you did. Let's get some more insight, Capricorn, on your situation. Can we have more insight? Clarify the situation for Capricorn. Can we clarify Capricorn's situation? And we all know that Capricorns, y'all are some hard workers, like for real, for real. Very meticulous. Very meticulous. Clarify the situation regarding Capricorn's situation. This flipped over. I did not turn it. Death yet to gain. Again. Again. Hermit. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it's spirit, your folks, your benevolent ancestors, God is clarifying even more. There has been a drastic change in the energy surrounding your workplace. And it's where you are. The hermit is about solitude, but the thing in solitude is that there's peace. There's no peace here. There's no peace here. And the only reason that you stayed so long is because of, I'm getting like a sense of loyalty. You better than me, first of all. But let me just say that. Like, I'm a Leo. We are some loyal people, but loyal to a company, that's, and I'm speaking for myself. But yeah, it's, I feel like there's a small sense of loyalty. Maybe it's to your manager, maybe it's to the company. I mean, and that's okay. The way I live ain't for everybody. But it is, there's no peace surrounding your, it's like lonely now. There's no sense of family, there's no sense of community at the workplace, there's no sense of collaboration. You know, y'all literally only work together. There's a difference between collaboration and working together. There's a difference. And the hermit is somebody who is by themselves, but again, it's about growth, growth and solitude, introspection. But what I'm getting is that this is in your head, and it's anxiety ridden because you don't know who's coming after you, or maybe you do, and it's bothering you. You don't know what's going to happen the next day just because the energy has shifted so much, and it's no longer a joy to go to work. It's no longer a joy. Let's see what the advice is. What's the advice for Capricorn here? Oop. Okay. It flew out, hit the floor. So what came out is the Five of Cups, Eight of Swords. Wow. First of all, they saying you need to drop that sense of loyalty and like get that shit out your head first of all. Because it's you're in a very mournful place. There is this sense of mourning and grief that you have. It's, and it makes sense. It makes sense. And I jest, but I get it. Because you have had a lot of time there and a lot of people there. You have considered family. You've probably even done things, personal things for some of these people, and they've changed and turned on you. Matter of fact, that person who tried to take credit for you, I feel like is the person who who you've done shit for. You bailed them out in some way. But Spirit is saying, your benevolent ancestors, God is saying, like, look, we see you, you're grieving, but you have trapped yourself in this. Like, you do not have to stay here, boo-boo. That's what they're saying. You don't have to stay here if you don't want to. And this third card, like, you can chill, you can release yourself, you can relax, but you do have to come up out of these mental chains, like this sense of loyalty, this thing right here. Yeah. And at the bottom of the deck, Knight of Cups. Like, yeah, they got, it's emotionally, like, trapping you. That sense of loyalty here. So they're saying, chill out. Can we clarify this Four of Swords? What else regarding this Four of Swords is Spirit advising for Capricorn? What else regarding this Four of Swords is the divine advising Capricorn? Judgment. That's the only one? Okay. Yep. And then at the bottom of the deck, Two of Wands. So it's the fact that you have to stand up for yourself. But this is the time to seek and plan. And do that on the L. Don't go and announce like, I'm about to leave this bitch. You're like, no, don't do all that. But it's time that you make plans, stand up and make plans to take your journey elsewhere, take your expertise elsewhere, where they will be appreciated. Yeah. What is waiting on the other side for Capricorn? Okay. I'm being led to this oracle deck, the money and career one. So what is on the other side for Capricorn? What is on the other side for Capricorn? Should they leave this situation? What is on the other side for Capricorn? Should they leave this situation? And this is your final message and advice. What is on the other side for Capricorn? Should they leave this situation? Okay. What's on the other side for Capricorn? Should they leave this situation? Let me cut the deck real quick. All right. Okay. Already at the bottom of the deck, there's some like some plotting going on right now surrounding you with mask, like theft, secrets, secret stash. All right. What is on the other side for Capricorn? Should they leave this situation? What is on the other side for Capricorn? Should they leave this situation? Okay. We have gold, investing, integrity, deep values, long-term position. That's what's on a satisfying work. Satisfying work. Gears. I saw this earlier when I was cutting the deck, and it's like money flow, hard work. So this is what they have waiting for you. This is what the universe, what God, your benevolent ancestors already has waiting for you, but you have to let go. You have to turn around and look at these cups. Yeah, you might have been there for 3 years, and that's all right. You may have been there more than 3 years. that's okay. But you got so much more to give. You have so much more left. You just have to turn around. But yeah, gold. They have something for you. And you might be in banking, but they have something where you will feel fulfilled. You will be satisfied every day when you log off or go home. You will have a long-term position, and they just need you to take that step to rebuild, to rebuild. And even with security, you're still going to have security. You're still going to have security. You just need to put your plans in motion. You need to put the plans in motion. You remember the two of wands? Put the plans in motion. That's plans they are working it out for you. You just need to show the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? You just need to hit the button to apply. Send your resume. That's literally. And some of you will be intuitively led to specific jobs. Some of you will actually have people come towards you like, are you still at da 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 da? Because we're actually looking for somebody who like literally does what you do. But if you still there, then you know, money flow. So when you do leave, please expect an increase. Please expect a promotion. Yeah. It's going to be some hard work at first, but it's going to be satisfying. There's always a learning curve when you're changing positions and changing companies. You have to learn the culture. So I'm excited for you. And I hate that you're going through this, but sometimes we have to be pushed out of situations that we get comfortable in. And I know this hurts, but there's something awesome waiting for you on the other side, Capricorn. I hope this helps. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when I post content specific to you, Capricorn. Like, let me hold these up here so you can see it as we say our goodbyes, as we say I'll see you later. And I'll see you later.